Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to my weekly tarot love reading for you. So I've got an announcement to make, and I've brought out a series of how to read tarot cards playlists, and you just go into my playlists to find them, and it gives a very detailed description of the interpretations and symbolism of each and every card. So if you're interested in learning tarot, this is a good place to start. And so it will help you to like and subscribe and ring the bell so that you get notifications of new videos coming out as they come out. Otherwise, I've got all your cards here, so I've got a bit of information about what's going on for you right now, and it's quite interesting. So while I'm talking to you, I'm going to start picking the cards for you, just to get a sense of what's coming up for you, and then we can dive straight in with the interpretations of each of the cards. Okay. And there we go. Alright, so in the present moment we have apathy and boredom, or not seeing things for what they are. And it's crossed by the perseverance card, like sticking things out despite how hard it is. So, well, I suppose we have no choice with the intensity of what's going on around us on the planet right now. And I can see that. So this card for me is an interesting card, and I often see it as like it's a guy focused on 3 cups that are in front of him, but he doesn't see what's being offered to him. It's coming from the clouds. So it talks about we're so focused on something that we're not seeing what else is out there around us, you know. And for instance, it can be like living in a very beautiful natural place, but you stay indoors outside, and all day long you stay inside and you're depressed. And all you need to do is go for a walk and spend time in nature, and that'll really help heal things. So that's one way that we're not seeing what's the bigger picture of what's around us, because we're so consumed by the situation. So I'm going to get 3 cards to find out more about what that's about. So what you're not seeing is what is being offered to you around teamwork and inner strength. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but let's keep going. Let's find out what the perseverance card is about. Devil, Emperor, and Hermit. Okay, so the Devil card, the Emperor, and the Hermit. Taking charge by being alone from the addiction, whatever this addiction is. So it could be, or whatever it is that you're bound by or attached to in an unhealthy way. It could be a sexual addiction as well. The Devil's a tricky card to receive. The Wheel of Fortune, changing around the exchange of sensuality. Okay, so something's kind of changing right now around the sensual exchange, the new emotional beginnings, and there's something new that's starting to come through. Let's just see. Okay, so perhaps there was a rigidity and a control on your part. Okay, and I'm starting to get a little bit more information, so let's keep going a little bit further before I explain to you what I see. So what happened in the past here? The burden of wish-fulfilled thinking, fantasies. Okay, so in the past we have the Star card, we have the burden, the wish-fulfilled thinking or fantasies, and then the success. And so these hopes and dreams that you had, and I want to pick a card to find out more about what that's about. Taking a stand. So these hopes and dreams that you had around these hopes and dreams that you had possibly around this relationship were basically not real, and they became a burden. And I think there was the realization of that, guarding yourself with a passion. So perhaps you charged in with passion and vigor, realizing that it was actually a burden, and not what you thought it was. Okay, and that could explain what this the Four of Cups is about, not seeing things for what they are, with regards to love and the exchange in the love. Okay, so things are starting to get a little bit clearer. So let's find out more about what's conscious for you. And also I want to mention that I've got this card over here, and it may or may not resonate for all of you. Possessiveness and envy, holding onto a spouse obsessively attempts to bind a person into a restrictive relationship. Could such an attitude really work for the long run? And then I've also got the miser card over here, and she's someone who's holding on so tightly to all her jewels. I've also got what is needed for resolution is to shift your perception of this dream of how you think a relationship should look. It may be very idealistic, but what it's done is created some kind of tension within you around your head and your heart as to the relationships that you've been going through or may be in right now, because it's not meeting your ideals. And this isn't realistic or healthy. It's creating some kind of burden for you with regards to relationships. And there's actually, it's the card that's coming up for resolution. What will help shift this is meeting the sorrow within you, the sadness. So, perhaps as children, when we're traumatized through our experiences, through our parents, or we have coping mechanisms, and one of them can be, the values that we establish or develop around people. People should be like this, they should behave like this. It's just a form of protection and control. And so it serves us when we're children, but when we become adults, it's a very unhealthy conditioning that doesn't allow us to experience the person for what they are. So this is kind of interesting for me, Aquarius, because I don't see you generally like that. But in this sense, I think this is about idealism and being too idealistic with regards to partners. So let's get 3 cards to find out what is conscious for you right now. Completion, happiness, new creative beginnings around love. So the happiness and the passion is kind of damaged now. It's come to an end. I've got the World card and the happiness card, the new creative beginnings or the passion, and then the heartbreak card. So it talks about something being over. Let's get 3 cards for what is not conscious for you, Aquarius. So we've got the 9 of Cups. Okay, so changing your perspective with how it is that you approach, how you take your power with regards to the happiness despite this ending being here. So I've got the Death card. So this could talk about, the Chariot is control, it's managing power, it's steering, and then it talks about happiness. So perhaps it was, and I've also got the Hierophant card over here, which is about potential rigidity or control. And so my sense is maybe, you're realizing how it is that you're allowing that part of yourself to die, how it is that you try and control happiness or manage the outcome of a relationship, instead of just allowing it to be what it is and allowing the people around you, close to you, to be what they are. So where are you at? And this hasn't happened yet for you, just by the way. So I think where you're at right now is you've realized that the passion and the love is broken, or the happiness is broken, and that some kind of a cycle is coming to an end. But what you haven't realized fully yet, which is slowly going to come into your field of awareness, especially now that I'm mentioning it, is how it is that you control situations, and becoming aware of how that needs to die in you in order to let go of the control and allow the relationship or the connection to be what it is. Okay, so for you right now, I'm going to get 3 cards. Let's get 3 cards. So what's coming up is there's a construction site next door, so there's banging. Unfortunately, I cannot control that, but hopefully this reading will distract you from it. So what's coming up for you got the conflict card, the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is financial struggle and stress, and it's just a really hard time. It's in a way it's the victim card. It's the state of complete victimhood, and I've got you feeling rather stuck and really attempting to take time out, like from what was a new passionate experience or a new creative experience for you. It didn't work out, and I see you feeling quite stuck about that and taking time out from it. Okay. So what's going on for the other person? And I've got the 7 of Pentacles. And I see them in a better place. So they've reviewed over everything that has happened, and intuitively they're managing. So reviewed over everything that has happened with what they've been managing, and they're in a more creative place. I just want to find out what this intuition is about. Okay, so financial prospects, justice, and King of Wands. So I see, this partnership. I see the tree, the fish, the book, the lady, bouquet. And so this makes a little bit more sense to me. So there's some kind of strength that's happening financially for your partner, either with their business or they're coming up as the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And so when I ask what this intuition is about, it's about this new financial opportunity. Intuition is around justice. Okay, so just bear with me where I'm going with this. So I asked so right now it's telling me that the managing, like reflecting on everything that's happened in order to make new decisions of moving forward, and how they've kind of managed that efficiently in order to recreate or manifest. Okay. And when I ask for manifest, what is it that they're manifesting? I've got the King of Cups. And so possibly this is them attempting to either heal the relationship or see the loss in a different way that's going on between you and them, so that they could get some kind of place of detachment, or possibly the loss with you and them, yes. And so what I'm seeing is, and then I ask what the intuition card is about, and it talks about intuitively knowing that everything is happening as a result of what took place. So it's quite an existential approach. The High Priestess card that's coming up here could indicate like some kind of psychic powers, or they're very intuitive or aware. And intuitively they're aware that that this is as a result of everything that they did and what you did. But it's showing that it's bringing new possibility and new hope. So it's bringing, we've got the Ace of Pentacles over here and the King of Wands. So either this is in their relationship with you, or it's in a relationship with someone new, but there's a new financial opportunity for them, I can see them, they're in a happier place, they're in a more pleasant place, and something financially is starting to flow for them and grow for them. Okay, so where is the relationship at? And I've got the Fool card, and let's pick 3 cards to find out. Okay, so new beginnings with regards to the suffering. Or there's a kind of a letting go that's happening with the suffering despite this crumbling that's happening. We've got the Tower card on the one side, and then we've got the Queen of Pentacles on the other side. So yeah, there's, you know, despite this pain of what's happening, there's some kind of security, financial security that's coming through, or growth around that. So perhaps there's a business that's been worked on and it's starting to reap rewards, or but it's a new financial beginning, opportunity, despite the intense pain that's happening and the crumbling, the disillusionment that's happening. So that's where the relationship is at. With regards to the outcome, I've got the 2 of Swords card, so let's get 3 over there. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, the outcome talks about either a stalemate, it cannot go any further, or some kind of emotional indecision. I've got the Queen of Swords. So this is you, Aquarius. You rule the swords, the realm of swords. So you can be a man or a woman, but what I'm seeing is that you've gone quite introspective with working with your mind, and it's reflecting on how things have come to such a confused place, and there's, you know, the deception that has been there, possibly how you've deceived yourself, how you've deceived each other in the relationship, or how it is that the relationship itself deceived itself, if that makes any sense. And previously I was talking about your ideals around how a relationship should look. And so it's basically you deceiving yourself, and it's created a lot of confusion and some kind of stalemate. So this is the outcome of all of this. So all is not lost. Let's find out what the future holds, because we've got the King of Pentacles card over here. Okay. All right, so with the King of Pentacles, I've got the Queen of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the 8 of Pentacles. So it shows that there's work that's happening with the relationship, but there's independence, and there's also, it's kind of a new emotional beginning. So what happens with the relationship? There's a surrender. There's a surrender to the conflict, as you both look away from it, which allows for some kind of grounding. It grounds the love of the relationship. So I do feel like all is not lost, you know, because I've got the Love card over here and the card of happiness and emotional fulfillment. So I do feel that there is a returning to that. I feel that this has been a hard and painful lesson for you, but in the end, the relationship survives, and yeah, there's a new emotional beginning, a new revival. So I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so that you can get notifications about more videos, and especially those how to read the tarot cards videos. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.